A few years ago, a top executive known for working 18-hour days was found asleep at his desk, totally burnt out, and his company was literally on the brink of collapse.
Yeah, a complete crash.
Right. Why? Because managing your time is actually a trap if you don't understand this one specific biological trait.
It's the ultimate paradox.
Exactly. So if you're obsessed with the why behind human success, you're in the right place. Hit subscribe and turn on that bell to join the Insight Lab.
We drop deep dives like this every week to help you outsmart the average.
We do. Now let's get right into the data.
Let's do it.
Most people think hard work and just, maximizing every single minute is the answer.
It's really not.
No, it's not. Today, we're breaking down the efficiency trap and why your own brain and your calendar might be your own worst enemy.
Yeah, we're diving into this incredible research called Beyond the Clock. It's all about mastering energy for elite performance.
And the main takeaway right up front, the top 1%, like CEOs, pro athletes, they completely ignore the traditional 9 to 5.
They absolutely ignore it because the default state for most people right now is, well, it's a nightmare.
Oh, it is. I mean, think about your calendar for tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or open your phone.
Yeah.
And it's just this impenetrable wall of color blocks, like 14 back-to-back meetings.
Road breaks.
0 breaks. Maybe a sad working lunch where you're muted on a call. Honestly, it doesn't even look like a schedule. It looks like a hostage situation.
That is the perfect way to put it. And that feeling of exhaustion, just looking at it, that is the efficiency trap.
Because we're taught that maximizing every minute is productive, right? But the research shows we're optimizing the totally wrong metric.
Exactly. We manage our time relentlessly, but we completely ignore our energy.
So we need to completely shift focus here. Move away from the clock and toward getting into what the sources call a peak state.
Right. And to do that, we have to kill that awful cliche. You know the one.
Oh, the Beyoncé one.
Yes, you have the same 24 hours in a day as Beyoncé.
I hate that phrase so much.
It's the worst because it equates time with energy, and they are not the same thing. Time is rigid, right? It ticks down no matter what.
But energy is fluid. It expands, it contracts, and most importantly, it's renewable.
Precisely. The research highlights this massive movement happening right now called the 2026 productivity shift.
Okay, break that down for us. What is the shift?
Well, we used to be obsessed with quantity. Like, how many hours are you sitting at your desk?
Right, the whole first in, last out badge of honor.
Exactly. But the shift is moving entirely to quality. It's about the intensity of your focus, not the duration of your sitting.
But we sabotage this every day, don't we? Because we're so obsessed with time.
We really do. We give our best energy to our least important tasks.
Oh, man. Like logging on at 9 a.m., you're rested, you've got your coffee, you're super sharp.
And what do? You open your inbox?
Yep. You answer the easy emails, send a bunch of sounds good replies to get that little dopamine hit.
Right. You feel like you're warming up. But biologically, you are draining your battery on pure trivia.
So by 2 p.m., when you finally have time blocked out for that massive strategy project,
you're completely tapped out. You're a zombie staring at a blinking cursor.
It's like, okay, think of it like a smartphone battery. If you schedule a huge strategy meeting at 4 p.m., just because there's an empty slot on the calendar.
Just because you have the time.
Right. It's exactly like trying to run a heavy 3D video editing app when your phone is at 4% battery.
It's going to crash.
It's going to totally crash. The app isn't broken. The phone isn't broken. But the power level can't support the demand.
But instead of realizing our power is low, we blame ourselves. We say, oh, I'm just not smart enough, or I'm so unfocused today.
Which brings us to the biology of this. If we want to stop blaming ourselves, we have to understand the 4 pillars of energy.
Yes. Mental, spiritual, physical, and emotional.
Okay, let's pause here. Mental makes sense.
Yeah.
That's focus.
Right. Avoiding task switching so you don't burn glucose, just reorienting your brain constantly.
Got it. But I got to push back on the emotional and spiritual pillars.
Oh, I know where you're going with this.
I mean, it sounds a little, I don't know, a little new age, like we should be burning sage in the boardroom. Does this actually belong in an elite strategy?
It absolutely does. It's grounded in hard metabolic science. Let's look at the emotional pillar.
Okay, lay the science on me. How is being annoyed at work a metabolic issue?
Well, negative emotions are the most expensive fuel your body can burn.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Expensive how?
When you feel anxious or frustrated, say, your coworker sends a passive-aggressive reply-all email.
Oh, the worst.
Your body perceives a physical threat. Your heart rate variability drops. Your nervous system gets totally rigid, and your body just dumps cortisol into your bloodstream.
Wow. Just from an email.
Just from an email. And to sustain that stress response, your brain starts burning glucose at nearly double the normal resting rate.
Double the rate. So you're literally incinerating your daily energy just sitting there being mad.
Exactly. Elites regulate their emotions not to be perfect Zen masters, but because they literally cannot afford to bankrupt their fuel supply before lunch.
That is wild. It totally reframes staying calm.
Yeah.
You're just fiercely protecting your battery life.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about the physical side? It's not just getting 8 hours of sleep, right?
No, it's about something called Ultradian Rhythms. We all know about our 24-hour circadian rhythm.
Right, the sleep-wake cycle.
But within that, your body operates in 90-minute cycles. Your brain can really only sustain intense, high-level focus for about 90 minutes before it physically needs to downshift.
Because the chemical battery in your brain gets depleted, right? Like sodium and potassium ions.
Exactly. Metabolic waste builds up in the brain tissue. You hit a physical slump.
And what do most of us do? We grab a fourth coffee and try to power through it.
Which is the worst thing you can do. Elite performers respect that 90-minute limit. When they hit the wall, they take a strategic recovery break. They step away, let the chemistry reset, and come back fully charged.
Okay, so we've got 90-minute cycles. But how do we know when in the day those cycles are actually the strongest?
This is the missing piece. It's all about your chronotype.
Right, which totally shatters that generic wake up at 5 a.m. to be successful advice.
Oh, that advice is actively harmful for a lot of people. Evolutionary history divided us into basically 3 chronotypes: the lion, the bear, and the wolf.
Let's break those down. The lions are the early risers, right? The ones who hunted at dawn.
Yeah, they do their best work before noon. Corporate culture loves them.
And the bears.
Bears are the majority. Their energy follows the sun. The traditional 9 to 5 was essentially built for bears.
But then you have the wolves, the night owls, the people who guarded the tribe at night.
Right. A wolf barely recognizes their own name before 10 a.m., but they have absolute creative genius at 8 p.m.
So if you're a wolf and you read some book by a lion telling you to join the 5 a.m. club,
you are sabotaging your own biology. Your core temperature is too low, your melatonin is too high, it's a disaster.
it's like trying to charge a solar panel in the pitch dark.
Exactly.
So the key is identifying your chronotype so you can find your power hour.
Right. And it's usually a 2-hour window where your energy naturally peaks at 100%.
And during that window, you go totally off the grid. No Slack, no quick syncs.
0 distractions. You can accomplish more in those 2 hours than most people do in a 40-hour week of distracted toggling.
Okay, but this brings us to the hardest part. What happens when the power hour is over?
You have to embrace the skill of laziness.
Laziness. The dreaded R word for high achievers. Rest.
People are terrified of resting because they think it's a void of productivity. But elites view it as active recovery. Think of an Olympic sprinter.
Right, a sprinter doesn't sprint 24/7, they die.
They execute a 10-second explosive sprint, and then they obsess over recovery. Nutrition, tissue repair, sleep architecture.
Sleep architecture, I love that. Like letting your brain literally wash away the toxic proteins built up during your power hour.
Exactly. A 20-minute nap or a walk without your phone isn't wasting time. It is reloading your energy.
Because if you don't pick a time to rest, your body's going to pick it for you.
And it will usually be in the form of total burnout or physical illness.
It'll just shut the whole system down.
Yeah.
But let me ask you this, because people are probably thinking, great, I'll take a nap. But I work in a corporate culture that glorifies the hustle. I have a boss watching my status icon.
Yeah, the corporate bureaucracy versus human biology problem.
Exactly. How do we actually do this?
It comes back to shifting from quantity to quality. If you use your power hour to deliver undeniable elite-level results,
The output becomes your shield.
yes, you build the professional capital to say, I'm stepping away to recharge.
Yeah.
You prove the model works by delivering the sprint so nobody questions the rest.
That is the formula right there.
Wow.
So we're not just going to leave you with theory today. We're going to give you a framework you can use tomorrow. We call it the Insight Lab Protocol.
It's a simple 3-step check.
Step 1, find your chronotype. Are you a lion, bear, or wolf? Stop fighting your biology.
Step 2, block your power hour. Find that 2-hour window and defend it with your life. No emails, no meetings.
And step 3, schedule your active recovery. Treat a 20-minute walk with the same respect as a meeting with your CEO.
Because energy management is the true currency of elite performance.
Your calendar should serve your energy. Your energy should never serve your calendar.
Never.
But listen, if you just realized your calendar's a trap, you're really only halfway there.
Yep, there's another piece to the puzzle.
Because the way you sleep actually determines if you can use that energy at all. Watch our breakdown on the billionaire sleep myth right here to complete the puzzle. We'll see you over there.